Last time in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we went through the Arbiter's grounds and beat the Poe sisters inside, and we also went around to find a mini-boss that had a big sword and stuff. And after beating him, we got the spinner, which helped us through the temple. So using that, we went through the temple. We got boss key, which we used to get to the boss, of course. And of course, we used the spinner to beat the boss, and that was kind of a slow but steady session of stupidity. But after that, we went up. We went over to the mirror chamber, and we got to the mirror of Twilight, which was broken into pieces. So, in this part, we're going to get one of those 3 missing pieces of the mirror of Twilight.
Hey everybody, X-Man490 here, and we're back with more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And starting off an episode with this guy, the mailman, bringing something clearly unimportant. Oh yeah, he's the bomb guy. I think he's now having bomblings, which are like bomb chews, and I walk around. I never really use them. I never used them, period. They're pretty much useless. Bombs are fine. Bomb arrows are even better, especially when you gotta hit some thing far away. So we're getting on back to the Thomas bar to find out how to get the second shard or second quarter of the Mirror of Twilight. Still not bothering with those shops or anything yet. Yeah, if you want, this is definitely not a playthrough where you see like all the stuff, you know. If I did that, then this would be like twice as long, you know, with me getting all those heart pieces and pose and all that crazy stuff. So I'm gonna let's just check the map. You know, get to what? Yeah, the deal is Shay, who is Snowpeak Mountain is the next destination. She's in a new province. I'm not quite sure. It might be the very last province we ever see in this game, or like the last one we get to. It's its own province. As well, first let's go on to Warp. Yeah, with this game in Galaxy 2, you can use the control stick to make selections instead of like pointing the Wiimote at the screen, which I prefer. But either way, yeah, there's that whole area, which is the new region that we're gonna go to. So let's go on that way. And yeah. So, yeah, Shay is the girl that we saw earlier. She's like really pale and stuff, which is, I don't know, kind of coincidental, or I don't know. It makes sense because she's like going up north, or well, maybe not north, because this is like the Zora, the throne room is where is the most northern place in this region. Yeah, it's actually kind of weird, but then again, like say, you see we're going up to some snowy mountains, you know, Snowpeak Mountains, and I guess it makes sense because the ice melts and then flows through Zora's domain to the river and down to the Lake Hylia. So that is Snowpeak. It's a snowy place. Alright, I guess we have to transform very close to Okay. Oh, that's a shame. She's a little cute, but she's kind of like meh. I don't know. She's she actually reminds me of that that 8th, or I think it's 7th gym leader in Sinnoh. I forgot her name. She has these like two ponytailed sort of things. She lives like way up in the north, like north of Mount Coronet. I forget. She lives in Snow something village or something like that. Like the village is covered in snow, but yeah, something with redfish in the village, and yeah, without the scent, or without, I kinda spoiled that. Yeah, without finding that redfish and getting the scent from that, we cannot find our way through the mountain, even though, I actually would know my way around up the mountain. I mean, it's not that hard, really. What you're gonna want to do is to go to Kakariko village, to warp there, I guess, you know. Oh, well, you see that? You see that in like a graphical glitch, or like you could see stuff under and not the floor. Yeah, well, that's the problem with these Nintendo games. Not the best hardware you got in a bunch, but you know, it's fairly nice. You know, these well-polished games, as people call them. I don't know what makes a game polished, but we're going on back to the graveyard, to the grave of the Zora Queen, or Zora, yeah, the dead Zora Queen, Rutella. And I'm guessing that we're gonna find the relics there, and hey, there's a Poe. I think there's like another Poe if you mess around with the gravestones there, which is kind of like a callback to Ocarina of Time and that stuff. But very much like, I'd say a majority of the things in this game are callbacks to those games. So here's this kid, yeah. Oh yeah, the dreams and the messages. One named Link. I think we have to show him. Yep. In the case of, hey, you got a thing, then you show it to the person who is most advanced in that matter, and show it to them, and then they'll be like, oh, I got a thing for you. Well, not like a thing like that. I mean like an item, and then you can use it. So it's like he gives us this earring. Yeah. Freaking royalty. Yeah, I'd say this kid's used to be really close to his mother. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. I don't know. The Rallis just reminds me of like a kid like, say, Justin Bieber, you know, like prepubescent and all that. But yeah, you can go behind the tombstone and go on to your warp and shenanigans. Rallis said something about mother and child rocks. That is, we're gonna swim over to. That is where you can find the reek fish, which are very useful. They can be used. I mean, well, yeah, reek fish. They're the fish that are being dragged through Snowpeak, and if you take a whiff of that scent, then you'll be you can find your way through Snowpeak. First, we gotta get our fishing rod out with the earring. You can also, I don't know if I mentioned before, but you can use bait on these, like different bait, like say worms, like that you find out in the field that are actually kind of like enemies. And there is also a couple other things. And hang on. Well, over there's a shining insect. Yeah, I guess we're gonna want to get that. We're gonna need a lot of rupees later on, so you might as well eventually grab this thing. Okay, come on. Okay, we got the dragonfly. Now we can go over to Agatha, which I'm gonna do because, well, I'll show that to you in a minute, what you get when you show her one insect, one of those golden insects. And a little trick here, I think you gotta like hold B. I'm not sure about holding B, but once it dips down like to the colored spots, I think that's time to shake it up. Yeah, you see the fish, the reek fish going there. Those fish, those red fish. I never understood like the mechanics of holding back the remote. I guess you just hold it like vertical pretty much, and that reek fish, it sure freaking reeks.